Hi, friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to Coming Out Raw. I got your Raw recap right now. I got what happened tonight on Raw. Of course, be sure to go check out Going in Raw, which was a show we do that precedes Raw, for some good insight and analysis from me and Larson. We talk about Survivor Series. This is a Survivor Series episode, so we talk about that. Let's see here. It was a decent show tonight. I'll give you the rundown. I'll sort of talk about it throughout. Sheamus came out and celebrated his victory with the New Day. It seems like they're trying to get some of the happy heel heat that the fans have for the New Day. They're trying to rub that off on Sheamus. It's not really going to work because nobody really likes Sheamus. They think he's boring. Although it's weird, like I say that, but then I got all sorts of comments on Twitter and whatnot, and in the Going in Raw comments and last week's Coming Out Raw. People talking about how I love Sheamus, so I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't think he's particularly good in the ring. He has no charisma. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Let's see here. Roman comes out, attacks Sheamus. People cheered kind of Roman, I guess. I mean, it's the only way you're going to get Roman over is by beating Sheamus, then maybe that's how you do it. Let's see here. Then Dolph Ziggler beat Tyler Breeze. This kind of feels like we're treading into WWE 2K My Career territory because I just keep on fighting Tyler Breeze over and over again, and I feel like Dolph Ziggler is doing that. So it seems like they don't really have a lot to give those guys right now. Let's see here. I guess they're going to fight again at TLC. Didn't they just fight at the last one at Survivor Series? Did they? I don't even know. Let's see here. Where is Axel? I don't care. I don't care. I don't know where they're going with this. The font that they use is a font that I used to use on some of my videos. Let's see here. What else do we have here? The Dudleys is really cool. See, I was actually okay with Raw tonight. It was relatively entertaining for me. It kind of went by kind of quickly, I felt. Maybe I was in and out doing stuff. I actually watched most of it, though. The Dudleys challenged the Wyatts to a tables, ladders, chairs match, or maybe it was just a tables match at TLC. So that was pretty cool. What was even cooler was that when the Wyatt family came down, the Dudleys brought out their third guy, Tommy Dreamer. That was really neat. Tommy looked great. I thought it was really awesome. It was a really fun moment. It's interesting because Bayley, the women's champion on NXT, tweeted out, "I wish it was Spike," and the WWE retweeted that. So it makes me wonder if, to counter the four members of the Wyatt family, they're going to bring back Spike Dudley. It makes all sorts of sense. I'd love to see that. Let's see here. Del Rio beat Goldust. Not a surprising outcome. Goldust apparently is back because they need more faces. There's no big face. This is one of the problems right now with WWE. There's no big face. It feels kind of, I hate to say it, but with Cena gone, it kind of feels a bit empty because there's no big face there, and that's what they need. They want us to think that it's Roman, but it's really not. And they could have a huge face on their hands if they let Ambrose do what Ambrose is supposed to be doing. Of course, Jack Swagger comes out, and he's getting as much face heat right now as anybody, which is weird because it's Jack Swagger, and who cares about that guy? But I don't know. They're getting a good job getting him over. This is probably going to be the one time when he does get over, so good for him. Let's see here. It's going to end with Jack Swagger losing, though. He's not winning anything. Then the Lucha Dragons, the Usos, and the New Day. I'm sorry, the Lucha Dragons and the Usos fought to be number one contender to fight the New Day. The New Day then came in. They did a hilarious job on commentary. It was really entertaining. They're making fun of Michael Cole a lot. It was just completely random and great. New Day came in and DQ'd that match. And so Stephanie backstage, after Ambrose had already been told, let me back up. Roman Reigns stole the belt from Sheamus earlier in the night. Triple H said, hey, you're going to fight Sheamus tonight for the belt, but if you don't beat him in 5 minutes and 15 seconds, which is how long Roman Reigns' title reign lasts, and Sheamus making fun of that, he's got a new shirt and everything. Triple H said, if you don't beat it, he says, you have to beat him in that amount of time. It was like sort of a beat the clock type thing. Then Triple H also told Dean Ambrose that if Roman doesn't win tonight, you're not going to get your IC title shot at TLC. And then Stephanie here told the Usos, if Roman doesn't win, you're not going to get your shot. You're not going to be in this because she said, Lucha Dragons, you're in. You get to be in there. And Usos, you're in if Roman wins tonight. There was a part of me that was wondering, hey, I wonder if the WWE was so down on their ratings last week and actually heard the people and how much they hate Sheamus. maybe they were going to change titles on Raw tonight. I knew it wasn't going to happen. But I was like, maybe. Nothing. That never happens. It doesn't happen anymore. Let's see here. And then Sasha Banks, my favorite, came out, beat Brie Bella. This is 2 Raws in a row that we've seen Sasha Banks. 2 wins in a row for Sasha Banks. That's awesome. I think it's fantastic. You got 2 women's situations going on in the same Raw. That's fantastic. It's awesome. Of course, Roman Reigns came out and fought Sheamus. Of course, it wasn't in the main event because there was more to come. And so it was, of course, it ended in a DQ. The League of Nations, their official new title, Rusev, Jack Swagger. Oh, I forgot to mention that too. Rusev and Lana, of all people. After I read on the dirt sheets today that Lana wasn't coming back anytime soon because she has all this heat on her. They bring her back, put her on Miz TV talking with Rusev saying that I never screwed Dolph Ziggler for reals. Rusev says I never went all the way with Summer Rae. The crowd was into it. They were yelling at Lana saying, yes, you did. Yes, you did. It was a pretty funny thing. And Miz's reaction was actually pretty good. He's good at that stuff. So anyways, so yeah, it was a big DQ. The League of Nations is now Sheamus, Rusev, Barrett, and I'm missing somebody. I forget. Oh, Del Rio. Yeah, because he represents Mex America, apparently. So yeah, that was a DQ, which set up then a 4-on-4 match, which was Roman, Ambrose, the Usos versus the League of Nations, Sheamus, Del Rio, Barrett, and who did I just say? Rusev. For the main event for the night. In between that and this DQ match, Charlotte beat Becky Lynch with some help from Ric Flair, her dad. They did sort of a shady finish there, and Charlotte gave Becky Lynch the old, hey, we're still cool though, we're still friends, right? And this is all part of the game. And then Paige comes up and rubs some salt into the wound of Becky Lynch, says, hey, but you still got your friendship, showing her, hey, this is just the game that's being played here in the WWE. If you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. I tweeted out, I said, you know what, if me and Larson ever play something, if I don't try to cheat, our friendship would suffer. In between all this kind of stuff, I forget where it came, but Titus invaded Stardust Galaxy set again. And I don't know, I don't care. It's entertaining as shit. I love Titus. I love Stardust. I think they're great together. I think they're hilarious. Good for them. And then finally, in the main event, the New Day came out and joined the League of Nations for this match. I love that the New Day is huge in the main event. The WWE recognizes these guys have real legit heat on them. People love to hate them. That's how your heel should be. And so they're injecting them into this whole scene to try to give it some real personality, get some real fan interest in the main event scene, which I think is great. It worked. I personally feel it's kind of working. I'm okay with it. So they join them, and then of course the League of Nations win. This is a big victory for the Authority, for the League of Nations. Sheamus was held up high by Rusev and Barrett at the end on their shoulders. The New Day were celebrating over the bodies of Ambrose and Roman Reigns. A little surprising they didn't throw Jack Swagger in there, and whoever else was fighting, whoever else. I forget who all is all in the middle of that business. So yeah, it was fun. No Kevin Owens, oddly. I don't know where he was. But I don't know. A lot of people are going to bitch about this episode of Raw because Sheamus is still champion. Look, you know what? Sometimes you're just not going to like the booking. Sometimes you're not going to like who's champ. But you can still find things to enjoy. I found quite a bit of stuff here to enjoy. I got a kick out of it. Tommy Dreamer, probably number 1. Sasha Banks, second week in a row, number 2. That was really cool. And then it was all right. That was okay. It was a Raw. What are you going to do? They're lacking that big face right now, though. So anyways, that's coming out Raw. That's your Raw results. This coming Sunday, you'll get the new episode of Going in Raw. Me and Larson will talk more about this. We'll talk about more about what's coming up. And yeah, in the meantime, go ahead and check out Going in Raw. It's on the Steven Larson channel. And until next week, I'll talk to you guys later. Here we go. Survivor Series recap. Larson, this is honestly, I don't think the show could have been worse.
Are you going to at least give me credit for predicting how they're going to eventually get Roman Reigns over?
I'll give you credit for the suggestion, but I honestly wonder if that's the line of thought behind what they're doing. Let's give it to Sheamus because everybody in the crowd hates him, but not like legit heel heat. It's like X-Pac heat.
Let me ask you something. Am I a Roman Reigns fan?
You don't dislike Roman that much.
Just hence, am I a Roman Reigns fan?
Are you a fan? No.